What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit. Take two. Spawning in the right-hand corner of the map in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is brbwinning. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Isis. His name is Suppe. The superstar Suppe himself. We'll have to wait and see what he's going to be going into in this one, but it's going to be a fun one. Isis versus Kronos on the map Ghost Lake here. Affectionately, Goats Lake. That's right, because all the goats are in the middle of the lake. Relics on the map here. We've got that system of bars here. Food, wood, gold cost minus 15%. Up to the top side of the map here as well. We've got that scales of echidna, minus 15% over there. On the bottom side of the map, we've got the dwarven horseshoes here with a plus 10% of base there for the cavalry. That is always a fantastic relic to be had by all parties involved. So I would expect to see that getting picked up here for brbwinning at some point, or for Suppe if he can rush it out. But given that he's going for this Flood of the Nile rush, he's probably going to be a little bit late over to that one. Which does beg the questions, you know, are these build orders that everyone comes up with that are like super, super strong, are they actually limiting your chance at certain stuff? And maybe, just maybe, if there's some relics that you know that if they're on the map, you just need to deny them, or you need to grab them for yourself, say Svadilfari's Sledge. Sorry, I can't speak, but Svadilfari's Sledge here. You know, say this relic is absolutely amazing for your god. Maybe rushing out Flood of the Nile, maybe getting a temple nice and early, maybe getting Hands of the Pharaoh before you even consider advancing, and then being on that relic super early is going to be some sort of an advantage for you in this sort of a matchup. Obviously, Scales of the Echidna as well, super good. So there's a lot of sort of ideas here that aren't quite explored, so to speak, as Prometheus going to be coming in here. No surprises there. Leto, I don't think it's terrible, actually, against Isis. In fact, it's not bad, but it does lean into the terror of Pre-Siege. Like, you've got all these automatons out, and then all of a sudden Pre-Siege comes in, and you're just like, hang on, wait, what? You're not allowed to build that many heroes. But yes, it does lead into that. So you got to be a little bit careful, which is definitely going to be something in the back of our Kronos player's mind here, as he might be deciding to go for a far second town center and seeing what needs to be done. Villagers popping out over onto the gold here for our Isis player, Suppe, as he wants to go to the next age. And we'll see if he decides Anubis or Bast. Now, Bast, very, very, very strong for any sort of fast heroic ideas. However, you know, Anubis has also got some sort of advantage with that Necropolis technologies. We do see a very early prosperity coming through for Suppe, but Necropolis as an idea always going to be fairly strong as well if you get those 3 monuments up quite early and then see what's going to happen. As a Promethean running around here looking for some early damage to get done, but it seems to me these Promethean against Egyptian, you know, there's not really that much to worry about. Priest already is now out for Suppe. He's going to have 2 of these. You can actually sit here and just out-heal the DPS, kind of these Prometheans. I think these are... Is it? Maybe they can't. Heals at 7.5. So it's 2 of them is healing at 7.5 if they're taking damage. So maybe you can't out-heal. You need 3. You need 3 to out-heal the damage of a Promethean, roughly. Nice pressure here, though, from brbwinning. Getting in. This is a very low HP villager. There's that heroic age, not heroic age, classical age in as the tower going to get that damage in. And there we go. Priest out healing the Terma for the win as the villagers pull off the gold mine. Lots and lots of gold in the bank. And then where to is the question. A back village center, maybe? You know me. If there's anything that I enjoy in a game of Age of Mythology retold, it's a sneaky back village center. Your opponent doesn't know what's going on. They're sitting there being like, I wonder what he's doing. And they go, where's all of his units? I don't see any units. What's happening here? And then all of a sudden, your opponent's way further in front on economy than you think. and you're going to be crying. I would love to see a wall get shot up here as well, because this town center or village center can get spotted here, maybe if the Promethean swing around here. But we'll have to wait and see, as we've got that early Sacred Cats coming through. The villagers on top of this town center being able to eat the Aurochs is going to be very, very nice as well here. As up to the top side of the map, the Termago, the Sphinx going to be pulling in here as well. As these units are just going to be looking for something to target down at the moment. But the gold villagers over here, there's going to be gold to be grabbed on this side as well. We do see that Be Right Back winning at the moment. He's only got himself 4 oracles out. Now he's got that 5th oracle as he's slowly training those through. And, you know, as he gets these, does he have 2 temples? No, just the 1 temple. But as he gets these oracles in, now 6 is in, as he gets these through, he's going to get so much favor. And the thing about this is, yes, the Egyptian player, they can build priests and they can hold this sort of stuff. But in building priests, you're forcing the Egyptian player to spend very, very much needed gold. And then on top of that means the opponent's going to be having to leave their base and get over onto second gold mines much earlier than they otherwise might need to. And then you can just take a fight and sure, your Prometheans die. But as Kronos, you do get a little bit of resource refund when they die. And then you can just come in with a second fight and then try and win, you know, with the stronger human units to kill off all of those priests that your opponent had to build to take out your Prometheans. So there is a lot of logic to this here for Be Right Back winning, as his units charging in over here. Trying to push off of this berry bush at this point. Villagers over here finishing up on the herdables for the time being, as Nephthys is already on the way. Villagers getting pushed off of this gold mine on this position as the Promethean swings around here yet again. Be Right Back winning, still not knowing about this town center shenanigans, this village center shenanigans on the back position here. As the priests, they will be doing a nice job defending on this spot. There's only been 2 of them. The tower's going to go down, and this does open up this gold mine, which is going to make life very, very challenging for Suppe. However, Suppe will be able to drop himself a Migdol stronghold down here, which is going to be a very, very nice way to defend. As Be Right Back winning has decided it's time to go Hyperion. The thing is, for him in this moment, he's got to be thinking, well, hang on. It's 1 town center. He's thinking it's 1 town center. My opponent has to be going for pre-siege here, right? And he's not wrong, but he's not quite right either. His opponent is going for pre-siege, but it's pre-siege off of a town center point plus 0.75 of a town center. 1.75 of a town center here at the moment. Scorpion Man got sniped as well on that spot. Nice play from Be Right Back winning. He's throwing down his military barracks. He knows what's coming for him, but one thing that I think is really, really necessary when you know what's coming for you is to say, hey, I had all the advantage here. Let me be on this gold mine. Let me save this gold mine over here. Let me come over maybe onto this side, be okay. As you see, Ancestors Eclipse getting dropped down onto this position. He's going after the town center. I mean, it's definitely a valid angle here. However, Heroic Age is now in. Villagers have bailed up to this top position. The Satyr can take out these units very, very quickly here. This Ancestors Eclipse is really not finding the value that it might want here. Sphinx coming up onto this spot, but these Satyr are going to be able to deal with it very, very quickly. Villagers back onto the gold mine now. And minions coming in over here in an attempt to deal with this, but you know they just don't do the damage necessary on this position. As the minions all end up falling over onto this position here, we do have a Migdol stronghold to defend the gold mine. And what Suppe can do, which is very, very good here, as maybe he's not going for pre-siege. It looks like he's not, but he could go for camel riders at this point plus priests, which would be very, very surprising, I would say, as Thoth is clicked up, but there's no food left. There's no food left for Suppe. He needs to get over here. He's got a lot of wood in the bank. A market? Does he have a market? No market. It now gets dropped down. Villagers idle all over the place as he's trying to find something to do. But Be Right Back winning. He's now got some units. He's now ready to start pushing out across the map. But he will be greeted by this fast Mythic of Soup fairly shortly. And one advantage here of Fast Mythic is you can put it into your village center. And this thing takes 120 seconds regardless of if it's in a village center or in a town center. So he's gonna be able to get a lot of advantage out of his town center here, though it was sitting idle for just a little bit there. As be right back winning, just waiting, watching, not really watching. He needs a little bit more scouting shenanigans here to really see what's coming for him. But he's got to be having some sort of inkling now that, I mean, if he's not pushing me just yet, surely it's got to be a Mythic Age. Generally, when Answers Eclipse gets clicked onto your main base, that's what's going to be coming. Another Migdol Stronghold coming onto this position, though. You definitely want it clicked completely in onto the monuments. Otherwise, you can get deconstructed. This monument protects up to this corner here. Deconstruction works on this corner. So you have to make it straight in on the entirety of that. But we see Soup saying, that's fine. I'll just get another monument here. But it might be a little bit... I mean, it doesn't matter if it gets deconstructed, but it might be too little too late at this point, nonetheless. As Be Right Back winning, just massing up an army for the time being here. A couple of priests coming in just in case there's going to be a whole bunch of myth units coming through. And I guess the other question here is, does Be Right Back winning have the idea of going for catapultis here? Because that's very, very important. The counter to all of these camels, sorry, these Contarius is going to be camel riders. So you definitely need to have the ability to make catapultis out to defend your camel riders. It's the only thing he's probably scared of at the moment. Mass spearmen, that's not going to really be something that's going to come for him. Or mass, I don't know, chariot archers. Obviously, these Contarius are going to be completely fine there. But he's also got Promethean, which are going to be very, very useful on this spot as well. Let's take a quick look at the Oracle situation as he's going up for a second town center here. They're all over the map. He's got a lot of them. A little bit short on favor because he has been building these Satyr out. But now we see the Heroic Ages in. Phoenix flying overhead here. As we see, oh, Meteor gets dropped down onto this position. And no attempt to retreat away as Be Right Back winning is going to be taking a lot of damage here. Doesn't quite lose everything, but he does take a serious amount of heat there as two of those Satyrs falling. The Phoenix is able to survive here as well, unless Be Right Back winning wants to come in and dive this, which he does decide to do, as Chariot Archers are going to be the unit of choice here now for Soup in this game. There's now the villagers moving up to this gold mine over here. We do have a Promethean just checking out things at the top side of the map. Is the Phoenix actually... Yeah, it will. Look. It's coming. The Phoenix will revive itself. Look at it come. Look at it go. A couple of Prometheans over here charging in to try and take out these units, but the Contarius are through, getting huge amounts of damage here as... There's that Phoenix. It's back. It's reborn. There's a little cheeky chaos getting dropped down onto this position. Is Be Right Back winning going to be able to take this fight nicely? Soup here, he's only training units out of one of those Migdols, not out of both of them. So he's not actually producing as fast as he might want here. Meanwhile, up to the top side of the map, Contarius do manage to spot a whole bunch of villagers, and these kills here are so absurdly important. Soup also doesn't have that survival equipment in to help him out. Hero Arcus is through to get that damage done onto the Phoenix. Does take quite a while for him to take that one out, but the Chariot Archer mass is coming through, and Be Right Back winning might need to consider some upgrades here, whether that be going to the Mythic Age or just getting himself a huge amount of Pierce armor in, because these Chariot Archers are going to hit like a truck once they start getting to that mass amount. But we'll see, especially with the Phoenix helping out as well. You'd be surprised how much damage these things do as a kind of, it's not a meat shield, but it's a DPS boost for the Chariot Archers. Then again, you've got 3 Hero Arcus here, and that's going to be enough. So the Chariot Archers are going to be looking for a little bit of a raid here. It's got to be very, very careful when raiding with Chariot Archers at all moments. However, the Chariot Archers on this side, they do spot those Arcus heroes going straight after them. But it looks like one Phoenix has been taken down as the Contarius charging through here in an attempt to take out these Chariot Archers. Suppe attempting to get himself some micro here, but the Contarius numbers are too strong for the time being. As the Contarius, you need like a Contarius hero as well to actually take out the eggs, as they've got some very, very high amounts of pierce armor onto this spot. Contarius now going to be revisiting up to the top gold mine over onto this position. The remnants of the Contarius will be getting taken out as population differential still kind of favoring Suppe militarily speaking, but brbwinning has got a huge advantage cooking on the economic side for the time being, and it is definitely more than this Valley of the Kings is offering for the moment. As the Contarius coming back in, sniping down these Chariot Archers nicely on this spot. A couple more units over here going to be getting cleaned up. As I guess the big thing that's going to be coming in this matchup is that the Phoenix are coming back. You can't be letting the Phoenix come back. You have to snipe them. Oh no. Oh no. Well, looks like they're getting a lot of value. These Phoenix coming back from the dead. Super, super strong. Moving up to this gold mine here. This is the only real gold mine. These two gold mines, the only real gold mines remaining in this fight. Now, the big advantage here for Suppe is he does have these Satyr, and those things are going to be hitting very, very nicely against these Phoenixes. Now, we're starting to see those Camel Riders coming in, and I definitely think some... well, I mean, you either want Prometheans. Satyrs can be okay as well, but Promethean or Catapultis here seem like a very, very important unit to be building at this juncture of the game. As the hero Arcus getting sniped down, one Phoenix falling yet again. But as the Phoenix fall, you know, you have to win the fight. Otherwise, it's not going to be enough. As the Chariot Arch is able to take them down very, very quickly here. A Priest now joining in onto the fight. As a couple of hero Arcus now getting converted yet again. Sniping the Phoenix. But now the Phoenix is just going to be able to come back from the dead yet again. But retreating back away here. So we'll see if brbwinning can actually produce out an army at this point. This is the problem. He's not getting to full population here, but he does catch out this ISIS army nicely. He's also got some heavy Terma in. Now, with the Terma, as kind of with every counter archer in the game, this is what makes counter archers quite challenging to use at the top level, is that when your opponent shoots and scoots, you have to shoot and scoot forward. Which, if your opponent's only got archers, then it's not as hard because you can just attack, move, and then move forward and then attack, move. If your opponent then has got a whole bunch of other units in the army, like a couple of Camel Riders at the front, then it can be much, much more challenging. As this Phoenix Egg, will it get taken out or not, is the question. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close, and it's too close there, as now the Phoenix is back from the ashes yet again. As these Terma here looking like they're going to be able to clean up those Chariot Archers, forcing a little something out of Suppe at the moment here. Meanwhile, up onto this position, we do see a very, very important palace to come down onto that spot there. Some Terma hero coming through in an attempt to continue trying to take out these Phoenix. These Phoenix has just gotten max value in this game. But brbwinning, he is holding on as well. He's still struggling to get units out. He's a little bit short on gold. This is going to go into trade, it seems, into market necessity here in this game. Both players are running out of gold very, very quickly. We see a military barracks coming down. A market down on this bottom corner of the map here. Very simple that it's set up for brbwinning at the moment with time shift. That's going to be the way forward, I would say, for him. Has this Phoenix Egg coming back in. There's the Catapulti we were wanting to see. It's only... wait, just... You're leaving the... He's leaving the egg! As the village is now coming up to the top side of the map to take this gold mine. 3,000 gold up here is going to be the difference between winning this game and losing this game. However, Atlas is being clicked up, and this is everything he needs and more right now. As the Terma, they will be able to take down those Chariot Archers beautifully while that chaos is coming through. But is this going to be enough or not is the big question, as these Phoenix, they're going to be cleaning up this palace. We do have a hero Arcus up onto this side. Another one going to be getting converted. It's not going to be enough with just the one villager repairing this one back up here. A hero destroyer here to take out the egg wouldn't be a terrible idea, but all these villagers are going to have to abandon this position. On the bottom position here, 2,300 gold left over here. Soup on the front, 4,000 gold. But if he controls this gold mine, he gets even more. So he doesn't have to think about that trade route just yet. Be right back winning on the other hand here. He really, really needs to get his trade route started in this game. We'll see if he's going to go for it. He's going for a town center here, which honestly, I don't think he needs. More villages, more population, not that important, but it's not like it's really going to slow him down. So it's not a big deal. More military buildings potentially, but definitely the trade route started is vitally important here, as Soup's military situation here is just looking very, very strong, as the Terma coming in to snipe down those archers on this position nicely. Hero Arcus does get converted in, trying to take out the Phoenix over onto this position. With those Terma, they do manage to pick off a lot of those chariot archers here. The population has fallen drastically at the moment, as another hero Arcus getting converted on the back, but Soup will be able to snipe that down very, very quickly when he notices it, as a couple of camel riders going to come through and finish that one off. The important thing here for Be Right Back Winning's implode is that he gets the majority of these chariot archers. So Soup needs to be thinking about splitting his army up here, but it might be too little too late. It might be too little too late, but we'll see how quickly Be Right Back Winning is just going to drop this implode down. As there he goes into the Mythic Age. We see the units now splitting up, and it looks like he's going to be away, as the trade route has now started. Will we see implode onto this? Yes, we will. Implode drop directly onto the chariot archers, but the majority of those camel riders do manage to stay clear of it. And wow, implode not getting the kills that we're so accustomed to seeing from this god power. Yes, these chariot archers have got a lot more HP, but in splitting up the army, he actually managed to save a lot of his army. Because I think the way that implode works is the longer it goes for, the more damage it does. So it sucks in a unit, and the longer that unit stays sucked in to the implode, the more damage that happens. So if you only implode a handful of units, like chariot archers, which you've got 3 population, it's going to get less damage done. So you need to implode the entirety of the army, it seems like, here to get that max value, which we see all too often. However, Be Right Back Winning now is going up for that champion cavalry. He's also got those Mythic Age myth units as well now, as an attempt to move into Tusks of Apatomark coming in as well. Over onto this position, we do have a town center going to get thrown up here, but Terma here checking things out. It's not going to really be enough. A couple of Contarius swinging up onto this position here to try and take out some of these villages, which do now have that survival equipment. So it will take a while for them to fall over here, as the Phoenix now charging over onto this spot. The Argus here getting some good value onto this fight, but the town center here looking like it's going to be going down very, very quickly, as the Contarius onto this position do end up getting cleaned up by those camel riders. And can Be Right Back Winning pull this one from the brink is the question. He's out of gold. His trade route is incredibly small. 10 llama caravans at the moment. The camel riders coming in onto this position. No catapulties here. Desperation here for Be Right Back Winning. Down to 2 town centers versus Soup's 3 town centers here. The Phoenix, does he just delete them to get them back to full HP? I think he also gets population back for this, right? Yes. That's actually kind of funny. You can push yourself way above the pop limit with Phoenix. Don't let anybody know about that tactic. Just you guys. Don't tell anyone. Are we sure that implode works like this? Units that are sucked up by the sphere take 40 divine damage when they reach the sphere, and again every 1 second until the sphere explodes. So the thing that I just said is correct. Firebirds are busted. Look at them. I mean, village is now going down, as it looks like Soup has managed to hang on in this game, and Be Right Back Winning will not be right back. He is going to be in this game for a long time, because he is not winning this one, it looks like. There may be a chance here with the gold mine expiring and the trade route not starting just yet, but lots and lots of civilian units getting taken down. A couple of oracles getting attempted to get created here, but I mean, what else can you do with no gold income, no military at the moment, elephants at your doorstep? You just have to tap out. GG, well played here by Suppe. I mean, this was sort of a nail biter. Both players were kind of on the edge. Oh, well, Be Right Back Winning was on the edge of victory in this game for a very, very long time. I actually think, funnily enough, him going to the Mythic Age here let him down. If we take a quick look at his actual military buildings, I can't see how many he's got. We can count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 military buildings. If maybe, well, maybe not even that. Okay, this is actually what I think. Instead of this town center, he should have thrown down 3 or 4 markets. 150 wood, throw down 3 or 4 markets. That's now that's now where your resources are going to start this trade route, and then you're good to go. Rather than the Mythic Age, and then you can go Mythic Age later, and potentially also Hecate here would have been a better idea. Reason being, Vortex onto the Archer Ball with all of your units seems like a great idea in my head. Whether it's a good idea in practice, I don't know. A post-game situation here to see exactly what was happening. A huge unit killed advantage here for Suppe in this game. Some of that is the Prometheans, I think. But you see the resource advantage here, astronomical for Be Right Back Winning. And I can't exactly see how this worked here. Villagers killed 43. All these villagers basically killed for Suppe at the end of the game. So 43 villagers killed, but Suppe's army just a little bit too strong on this one as he takes the dub. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. The Firebirds shall live forever, and I'll see you guys in the next one.